Hello there, my name's Ms.RedNebula, and welcome back to the Ghostbusters DLC. I'm here once again with my husband Lizard, and we're going to play the next section of this. Now, the last time around, it actually started playing Chapter 2's beginning part after I had turned off the recording, so I flipped it on again real quick just to record that bit, so I'll go ahead and just play that now so we can kind of react to it, and then we'll get into the game.
There's been a change in the overall energy of the park, not for the better, I might add.
I kind of like it, myself.
You would, Peck. You're surrounded in negativity. As I was saying, I've suspected that when the conditions were right, we'd get a spike in phantasmic activity and with it, an increase in ectoplasm. I've called in Egon to help me investigate what's happening.
Great. Twice the idiots, half the competency.
Oh, don't listen to him. Nobody else does. I'll deal with the spooks, while you deal with the guests. See if you can restore some calm to the park. Egon and I will check for evidence of psychomagnetheric slime, which can really mess with people's mood.
I don't know whether that means that we're automatically going to get a Ghostbuster as part of our staff, so the first thing that I want to check is, we currently have no Ghostbusters available for me to place. Okay, so him saying that he was going to take care of stuff, I assume that means that we can actually expect to see some ghosts and probably some Ghostbusters here fairly soon. So what are we supposed to be doing right now? Assign work rosters to 3 security guards, build 5 security cameras, and build 8 rides. Oh, and apparently I made a good amount of profit and got some reward for it. Cool. Oh, one other thing, and I'll just kind of I'll sneak in a little extra footage here, is I realized that one of the things that we did the last time around was we made it so that this car was now drivable, which you can see here, but I'll put in some footage of me just driving the car around in an empty park because it's fun as heck. Okay, welcome back. Alright, so we're building security cameras, I guess just kind of scattered around wherever. It doesn't really matter with them. But I gotta find buildings that aren't locked, or I guess I can just sort of quietly stuff it on the side of the building without actually building onto that building. Gotta remember if the security cameras were in scenery or if they were actually part of the shops and facilities. Oh, they're under scenery. Cool. Because there's just individual ones like that I can put around too. And they don't cost much, so I do want to put one on the side of this building. It just seems like a good spot for it. Stick a security camera here. Maybe one... I'm thinking... kind of coming out of this wall, do you think? Or maybe behind it? Because it's going to stick out a little bit, isn't it?
In the wall looks good.
Oh, okay. I'll center that a little bit, but that seems like a pretty good spot for one. The work roster thing. I'm not that good with work rosters. I guess that's something else that I gotta learn a little bit more about. Why is there a spotlight there? That's interesting. Oh, I guess we really haven't seen it at night too much because I turned off the day-night cycle. Because it was annoying me. Oh, there's a security guard. Alright. We'll just stick one... maybe a wall-mounted one. Like... yeah. do this so I can get it on here a little bit straighter. We're having a very detailed Planko conversation somewhere nearby. Alright. Build that. That's 3. Probably over here near the Ghostbusters ride itself, because I'm sure there's going to be some hooligans trying to put graffiti all over my Ghostbusters ride. Or is that what we're really worried about here? And over here, I suppose. Maybe another one in the wall here. Something like that, so they just think it's another light. Alright. I'll build 8 rides. What all do I have available right now? Sorry, we did the... I think I was researching a thrill ride, wasn't I? I was. Reveal. Ah, the Screaminator. Always a good one. Always a classic. Very, very tall. And then special effects too. Cool. Pretty sure. Oh, new items available. Oh yeah, we have more thrill rides. Well, I won't do that just yet. I think these special effects were going to include pretty much everything in under this section. No? Oh. I've still got it saying that I want scenery. Okay, everything under here, and then do I get the audio now? I get the audio. Excellent. That's what I was waiting for. Because you can put audio stuff down in line cues, and it kind of helps get the cue scenery rating up quite a bit more.
Okay.
I wonder if... I almost want to sneak in a ride under here if I can. Is this a path, though? This might be a path here. So that's a path that would make that problematic. It's like just... No. Can I mess with the... it's locked. Shame, I was thinking maybe I could put something inside of the church building. Maybe I'd have it so that they have to walk underneath the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He looks so creepy with his scary face. Like when I was little, when he had the scary face, I was so freaked out by that. It was sad. Like, I want to make it so they have to walk underneath him. So let's maybe move this tree. And I'm going to put a ride. Should it be a scary ride back here, or shall it just be something simple like the carousel or something?
I'll go for simple back there.
Carousel?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I'm almost thinking the carousel could go like right in the middle like that. Okay, so we'll do
have
that.
A scary ride. Go past him and have a scary ride.
Yeah, Psychola. Then we can also do something with this path over here and kind of link things up together. I'm stuck in a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. This is always such a weird ride. Like, it's got a brain just sort of floating in the center of it. Definitely one of those examples of the earlier rides that they were making for Planko where they were always really, really themed, and everybody's like, can we have stuff that's maybe a little less themed, please? I think to have him... I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I want to connect these paths up. So I think this has to be back a little bit further. I'll connect the paths together and then sort things out after that. So let's... don't want it to be small. How wide is that path right now? It looks like it's maybe 8, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty good. Some sort of backstage stuff happening here. That. So yeah, the ride's still got to be a little bit further back. Just so we have some room to put its track in, or the queue for it and stuff. That's okay, we can kind of situate it maybe a bit underneath the coaster here. Yeah, that'll do. Something like that. Okay, so the entrance will be this side and the exit will be kind of closer out so we can just go straight over to the path back here. Let's take that red because, or I think maybe something different just to give it a little bit more oomph, like flagstone going over toward, yeah, huge path.
Yeah, that's good.
Because then we can kind of meander over by the coaster there. And that lets them out. And now we just need a queue. I don't really like the choices on the queue paths that much. Cobblestones will be okay. But this one, I think I will actually, though, turn on the... Let's see. Railing on ground queue just to make it look a little more like a queue. Haven't really been doing that. Okay, let's make this a little longer so it doesn't take forever to get where we're going. And that should be it. Okay. 1% scenery rating. There you go. These coasters are lacking something. The UPS. The ups, the downs, the extreme dips and twists and turns are not enough, apparently. We need to add some cool. Sorry, did someone mention the need to add some cool? To the roller coaster. Ah, got it. I mean, how much more could you possibly add to me? Oh, Venkman. You're such a jerk. Sorry. I'm just gonna keep accepting all of the challenges because they seem to sort of solve themselves when I do random stuff, so why not? We'll do our usual of kind of checking some trees around this and let's see. Close to the coaster track, do we want to be there? Do you like just stealing trees from the current thing to make it look a little more integrated, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good example of if you build a path, they will come. Of course, that's probably a bunch of people interested in going and riding that coaster over there. Let's see. I'm going to play maybe some ambient sound for this queue, do you think? Oh, apparently it's creepy drums right now.
Yeah, it's perfect for what it is.
Maybe that's more the adventure stuff. I want like a mad scientist lab. Yeah, Dr. Chimp's laboratory. Which apparently has chimps. That just makes me think of Planet Zoo. Oh, soon. Alright, and I get a 17%. That's not too bad. People are writing it. Oh, we need to make sure we're making some money on it, though. Let's see, do they think it's cheap? The queue looks fast. Well, of course it is. There's nobody in it. I want to go to a theme park on a day like that. Let's get you up to like $9 and see if they start complaining about it. Some great scenery back here. Hey, look, if I was making this as an actual proper park, I would do something about that. As it is, I think carousel right in the middle. Why am I going to coasters to look for a carousel? Of course, I've got this path leading off right there, and I put all of that stuff right in the way of it. Well, that's brilliant. That's okay. I'll kind of build something off this guy over here. What path style are we using here? Looks just like the... Oops. Paths, not terrain. So that's a good question. Can I do terrain here? I can. Okay. Undo that. Because I didn't really want to. I just wanted to see, can I change the terrain in this scenario? I never checked. Rustic gravel. Yeah, that's the one. Some nice walking trails in our little central park here. I don't know where I'm going with this. Might end up changing that other queue around here sooner or later, so I have a little bit more room for these walking paths. I will fix this. Alright, you go over here, and you go over here. And I edit you. Oh, that was luck. Let's see, how do we have... Oh, you're sneaky. You're built out of individual little bits. I just want to steal these pieces and make with the pretties over here. Who's whistling the Planko theme? Ah, okay. I'm just gonna move this one a little bit down like that so I can put... Yeah, go away. These kind of... Oh. Edit. These kind of lampposts over there too. Do something to make it look at least a little bit like I'm doing this stuff intentionally. Oh, that was just him. It's like, I'm still listening out for ghosties because I know they're going to turn up here sooner or later. But it's just the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Okay, we're done editing that building. Let's get our... Entrance can be this side because I'll kind of just wrap the queue here, and then we can have an exit, say, here. Well, that's convenient. Let's get our entrance done up. I almost just want to use one of the real tiny little queues for this, but because you can go way down a little 2-meter one, which is awful. 3 is fine. I also have to check and make sure that other path never went straight through the middle of a tree somewhere, because that would be silly. And so. Don't think they're probably going to pay that much for that one, but I think we can at least bump it to 5. And saving again. What did I say when I was going to turn off autosave for this? Alright, Alright, so how's your scenery rating? 42. We'll leave it at that. Don't mind that so much because I got all the pretty trees around. Maybe chuck another tree over here and make it look kind of nice. Alright, that path that went around here. Yep, there's some foliage right in the middle of my path. And highly appropriate seagull noises happening over here. That's alright. The Planko people just walk straight through that, but, you know, we want to make it look pretty, right? I'm gonna steal that bush and put it over here. A couple more bushes around just for variety, and we've got a nice little carousel that nobody seems remotely interested in. Guys, there's a carousel over here. I want to ride it. Look, it's pretty. It's got a balloon, for goodness sakes. These people have no class at all. So that'll be 7 rides total now, right? Yeah, 7 out of 8, and then work rosters. Okay, I don't remember how the work roster thing works. Which I believe is basically you just select a section of stuff and then use that to assign. Work rosters. I think you can do... Oh, entertainment points was one. That's not really a problem. Rides, track ride stations, and facilities. So you can't just do buildings. My new roster is security guard. Security guard 1. And he shall be in charge of some trees. Say like this area here. Maybe all the way over to the shops over here. Yeah. That. Do another one for, say, over here. Well, that sounded like people are actually riding the carousel, though. So I can nab the Ghostbusters ride. Might keep that roster just the Ghostbusters ride, since there's not really that much else over here right now. Security guard 2. I'm just letting these guys wander around. And then, well, we've got all this whole big section over here. I guess out to the facilities over here and this station. So security guard 3. Alright, and we gotta find our actual security guards, of which we've got 2. So you can have security guard 1, you can have security guard 2, and let's hire one more of these guys. Okay, it's filthy over here, and the bathrooms are awful, so I'm gonna put on a security guard here, and I'm also going to stick down another, oops, you're a mechanic. Stick down another janitor. Here, have at it. So security guard number 3 is very tired. 1 is very tired. You can go to that. So that should mean all we gotta do is build one more ride. It's in keeping with the side of the park being the thrilling side of the park. Is there room there for a Screaminator? That'd be a little bit wonky to get to, though, wouldn't it? So I'll kind of just do over here. Because I think, if I recall, that these are rather huge. Whee! I think there, or like here.
There.
Yeah. Let's give him a good amount of space. Alright, so the entrance can be like this side, and then we'll do the exit so it's closest to getting them back out onto the path over there. Do the queue in out black for this one. Kind of bring the queue out next to the water over here. I think it'd be nice. I'll move that bush. This one might get a little longer of a queue, so I can give them some space. Oh. Oh, it's raised up there. I know that, because I did that.
For a while, I was thinking
Oh.
of opening up a diner.
No, I
A
need
eatery,
to...
What have you? Called Ghostbusters. Build on the brand, right? Everyone's got to eat. Fact is, one of our first big traps was that ugly little spud with an insatiable appetite that you met earlier. So,
Oh.
see what you can come up with. Research and build a successful restaurant. Maybe our spirits, like our guests, hunger for something.
Oh, goodness. I gotta remember how the restaurant system works. Have 75 groups use your restaurant in a month, and the park value's gotta be 90,000, which we're actually not that far off the 90,000. We're 86, almost 87,000 right now, so I'm not too worried about that one. Research restaurants, so that's a good place to start. And then I can finish building my ride. Restaurants, please. Okay, so let's get the exit queue for this one. That'll do. It's nice and extreme.
You need to put some extreme rocks around it.
Extreme rocks? I need to move a bush first.
It's an extreme bush.
Extreme bush. I do like the music for the Screaminator. It's got a really good track for it. Just do like that. What would you consider to be an extreme rock? Oh, I haven't changed the price on you either. Ah, I was gonna remember to do that. Okay, put this one at 10 to start with, which usually gives us some wiggle room, and thrill rides are always a little bit more like, yeah, people ride them. Some extreme rocks. I think it's the... Oh, I don't actually have all of the rock sets. I was gonna say, I think it's the tropical ones that are the nice, big, huge ones. But I don't have them, so they get some small rocks. I'm gonna do some kind of big outcropping, but they don't really consider terrain to be especially a part of the scenery. I can make it look kind of cool, though. Like we got something a little bit more going on here than just it's flat and there's a ride there. I think this won't go right up over the path, so I can kind of do a little bit of a nice overhang here for them, so they can't quite see what they're getting into. You know what I mean? I like the track for that.
I thought there was something wrong at
The
first when it
EPA
started off.
is not something you
For what?
fool lightly. Costs are going up.
Everything suddenly makes so much sense. I think there's something wrong with Peck. I mean more wrong than usual. The negative energy generated by the psychomagnetheric slime must be having a field day with him.
And there we go, saving again.
So when the music started, it went whoop, whoop, whoop. I thought there was something wrong for a second.
Oh. Yeah, that was... Make this part look a little bit more... See, now that's the kind of ride I can't get you to ride with me anymore. To your credit, you went on it once. and I truly do appreciate that you gave it a shot for me. But I seem to be more of the let's have nice big drop thrill rides kind of person. Although Tower of Terror is okay, right? Because it's all enclosed.
Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
And nice and themed, so you got something to think about other than, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
No, like that one poor bloke who was we had to check on after the ride. He looked like he was about to expire, so...
Oh, I remember him. He's just... Like, he looked like he was having fun right at first, and then by the time the ride ended, he was
sweating.
Pale and shaking, and... Oh, I felt so bad for him. It's like, it's such a fun ride, but I totally get how that sort of thing is just not for everybody. What do you think about what they did with the whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing over there?
I haven't really seen much about it.
My thoughts are as such. I'm really sad. I'm really sad that the Hollywood Tower of Terror, the original Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, is gone. The exterior of the new building looks awful, but the ride looks amazing. Oh yeah, I see what you mean now. That could definitely be considered something's going horribly awry with this ride. See, Q scenery rating of still in the red. How many rocks do you want me to place, eh?
All the rocks.
All of them? But I only have 6. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Maybe even... I said I wasn't going to do too much in the getting real specific with theming and stuff, and then I start doing exactly that. Thinking I could maybe just put a nice little water feature here. Well, I can't go up higher than that. Well, that's a sad water feature. Hang on. I'm sure I can do better than that.
We demand your water kidney be larger.
If I could bring it all the way to the... Oh, well, that wasn't what I wanted to do. But I can run with it. So one downside is that when you have a path already there, you can't really do much right around it. Alright, so let's get our water filled back. No!
A
Oh,
little bit too open at the back there.
Planko, you can be such a git sometimes. Okay, let me try to go back enough that I can get my water back. Oh, fine. I guess it's a very small kidney of water then. Fine. What am I supposed to be doing? A restaurant? Ugh. Restaurant. Can I do anything with this building? Because it's ugly. It's locked. Oh, that's the backside of Spook Central. No wonder it's locked.
Well, there's that one area that's at the back next to the Ghostbusters ride where there isn't a lot of stuff, so...
True. That'd be a pretty good spot for, like out in front here, because this is actually open land. It's a little bit hard to tell, like, over here these are actually paths, and then over here is open land. I think this bit is... Yeah, that's the separate little pavement pieces that you can put down. What? Who is making that noise? I don't know if I can hear the coaster from here, and that's just people going, whoa! Restaurant. Oh, I guess I've got to see if it's been researched yet. It has not, so never mind. What else are we doing? We're researching a restaurant, and that's really it. So we can kind of just play around with making stuff look pretty here for a little while. So we got people going under his foot, through his foot.
Well, he's made a marshmallow. That's...
Will you guys stop eating my feature? That's something that we should probably think about doing. I got no bins or benches over here. And the nighttime lighting is probably kind of abysmal. You are incredibly noisy. Shush. Let's do path extras. Okay, so we've pretty much got everything when it comes to that stuff, so that's nice anyway. Let's put down a spooky bin over here. Spooky bins just seem like they'd be appropriate for the whole Ghostbusters thing anyway. Because you people are messy and awful. I'll go for some more generic looking bins over here, I suppose. Adventure. Just an ugly old studios bin. Now there's a sort of just plain old park bin. It's all the management stuff you just don't really think about that much when you're not doing management parks very often. Okay, I can put that there. Put that there because there's trash everywhere over here. Vandals!
Huh.
Gasp. It's mechanics I need to do that. So, do I have a mechanic right now who's not doing anything? I think I might only have one mechanic. One very, very hard-working mechanic. Here, have some training. Have some more money because you're worth it. Let's see, 175. And I will hire you some help. Thought he would actually do it, because I can just replace them, and that's one thing, but I thought the mechanics could fix them. Little jerks breaking my trash bins. Oh. Well, that's what the other mechanic's doing. That's cool. But he's bored. I don't want him to be bored. You got plenty of rides over here to mess around with.
Thank you, John. I just gave up sweeping up all the rubbish on the other side.
Well, again, I've only got a couple of them, and I'm not really setting up all of their work rosters properly. Oh no, a couple of my janitors quit. Oh yeah, because I turned all this stuff off again. Okay, brief pause, because I've got to turn my notifications back on. Do I even know why my janitors quit? I hate this job, I quit. Oh no, your happiness was all the way down. No, come back. I won't let you quit. Heck with you. How about you? Cecil. This sucks. I'm out of here. I guess I could come back to work. Yeah, get back in here, you. Because those were the two that I'd trained up a bit. So were they unhappy because they were low on money?
Probably.
It's up you to like 90 apiece. I think my pay is fair. Good. Many guests are thirsty. Well, that's their problem, isn't it? Don't really have anything much going on over here when it comes to food and drink. Let's plunk down one of those lovely little pre-made ones for the Ghostbusters DLC, shall we?
Yes.
Let's see, do we have any of those for drinks? There's a first aid. Those ecto-containment units, gotta remember those. So I don't have any Ghostbusters one for drinks. Do I have anything for drinks? I have a Cosmic Cow stand for drinks, or a Fairy Tale Village. An Adventure Cosmic Cow.
That really goes in well.
I don't think that's gonna do. Well, something I can do is go ahead and just plunk down one of the Ghostbusters ones that is something else and change it out. Because that's a nice cheating way to do it. This is technically a toilets. Nah, I don't like that one. Let's just do the little... Oh, edit the building. You're not actually going to... Oh. Well, okay, fine, if you're gonna actually buy stuff. But what I want to do is I'll grab all the bits for this. I want everything with the exception of the shop. Because if we're gonna do business, then I might as well leave it there, you know? Oh, I want this as a separate building. It did a little Stay Puft noise though, didn't it? But it doesn't have it inside, so... Okay, so it's probably just because of the marshmallows sign that it made the noise. Nice little stand here for... I think it was just Cosmic Cow that I had, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So get rid of all this stuff, and we don't need graffiti. Oh, I get money back for getting rid of the graffiti. Always nice. My shops. My drink shops. Hope you guys like milkshakes. There. I think it's probably the building signs that I want. A nice little awning on there. People are thirsty? Well, we will give them stuff to drink. Can't quite... Yeah, that'll do. That's some self-advertising if ever there was some, wasn't it?
Go off.
You actually stuck on the... Yeah, you're stuck on there, right?
See how our restaurant's doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright. Good. I don't remember how exactly you put restaurants together. Hey, guess what? I'm going to look into exactly how to put restaurants together, and we'll come back and do that one in the next episode. So that's all for this one. Feel free to like or comment, and if you want random updates from my little world of art and gaming, subscribe. If you enjoy what I do and are interested in supporting the channel, check out my Patreon. A big thank you to my current patrons. That's all for now. Bye.
Bye.